Hang loose. I'm here to tell you about crypto. Not a very intensely in-depth crypto look, but a little bit of a hang loose crypto look. Hang loose, mongoose. Okay, why buy crypto? I mean, there's so many things that are frightening about it. Hack, theft, market crash, bear market stalls, soft forks, more and more and more horrors. Well, I got into crypto via some advice from a friend. And by the way, I'm not a financial advisor, and I am not advising you what to do with your money. You have to make your own choices there. Just a little disclaimer. So some of these things, like I can explain. Here's one thing, a little website, World Coin Index, which will show you the stats, if you will, of any particular coin. You go there and you put in your whatever ticker name or the name of your coin, and one coin that I will feature is this coin, ODUWA coin. Its ticker is OWC. More for example, and also because another disclaimer or disclosure is I have some of this, and I'm watching this, so I know a little bit here and almost nothing over here. Now over here you have markets. In this World Coin Index, it is showing the markets where ODUWA coins is bought and sold in the market. So these are exchanges. There's CREX 24, person to person, business to business, B2B2, and there it is again, and then again, and blah. And it's on, because when you get to the exchange, you can pair it. So the US dollar in exchange, Ether coin in exchange, Bitcoin in exchange, etc. Now, there's an interesting story about ODUWA coin because there's a lot of cool stuff in the background of this coin and its foundation. Not too long ago, about a year or two ago in 2020. So this coin has some story. There's a lot of great stuff why this coin is going to be big in the future, and I'll get into that some point. But over here in March 8th, it was about 58 cents per coin. That's a kind of a it was like really huge, and then it was just starting and feeling its way, and people are trying to get it at the lowest and exchange at the lowest. But there was a certain point where it dropped down a kind of a the price of per coin went down dramatically. And the reason was there was a hack. Not the security hack, not from outside. It was an inside job. There was one disgruntled employee, got some password. They couldn't get it through the computer. It was just a stolen password, and they stole a crap load of coins, and then they sold them off at cheap. So they pirated a ton. So now, here we go. What we got here? Got a bunch of these things I'm trying to be all explain. This is a World Coin Index. April 6th, it was 28 cents. So it's kind of up there, about April 6th. After it went whack down. And here it is on this. These are not exchanges. These are more like indicators, It's like the tickers. They just show all this information about it going up and down. Here's a price, and down here is volume, I believe. And I'm just learning this so you can learn it with me. So if you're a beginner, basic Bitcoin kind of, or not Bitcoin, crypto coin. Bitcoin's just one coin. If you're a beginner crypto, you're in the right boat, because I don't know nothing, and I can tell you that what I don't know. Haha. So April 10th has this ODUWA coin crash. And it went down to 4 cents. Oh my God, 4 cents. And on January 11th, before, it was more like in the $3 mark. Because I joined when it was like just under $1. So $1 was like, hey, it's going healthy. $3, hey, it's looking good. But now it's down to 4 cents. Actually, it's a good time to buy if you're into the advice of the logically obvious spouted from the multi-billionaire guy. Buy low, sell high. Yeah, that's logic for you. Here's a Nia Ironix. This domain name here, this domain ending .io. This thing is on the blockchain. The internet is slowly going over to being upon the blockchain. It's going to be, we're on internet 2.0, and when it goes to blockchain, it's going to be 3.0. And that's another story. Stories upon stories. We won't go down too many rabbit holes. Blockfolio is an app you can get for your mobile phone. This is a good one. I use this one. And you can add the big boys like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then you can, oops, big back, yeah, back doggies. And then you go back to, you can add on the coins of your choice, and I stick on there, and there it is at 4 cents. It's currently, I don't know, this info is old, and I'm just sort of showing where it like did a major drop because basically someone stole a bunch of little coins, and it's recovered a lot. But if you notice one more time, Bitcoin is $5,000. Talk about buy low. Right now it's about just hovering under 10,000. Okay, coin market cap, a very common one to look at, and this market indicator is showing you the Bitcoin charts. Oh boy, everybody knows Bitcoin. And so it's going along, and it went up about that April 1st, which is interesting because other coins went down. This is kind of a, yeah, so many people trust Bitcoin, and it's like the first one has been around, and it's got the high ticker mark, that this is kind of like dealing in gold bullion in the crypto world. So when someone has a lot of Bitcoin and they buy and sell, then the other cryptos, you know, feel the ripples. So I think right here about April 1st, and Bitcoin went up, and it could have been a whale, and they figured a bunch of, like someone with a whole lot of a certain amount of coin, if they buy and sell large chunks, produces large waves in the water, so they call them a whale, and it really is influential. So up here it just went up, you know, over here you have about a $4,000. Now it's kind of like after this is a $5,000 jump. So something happened here. And this one, I think I read, it was a whale can be disguised into multiple accounts. So it's like a multiple account thing, and they just moved massive amounts. Here's coin market cap with this, I don't know, EKG or EEG. I'm not quite sure what the hell this one is. I think I was trying to show something with it. Coin market cap again. Getting bored here. Flatline. I think sometimes the coin goes off market or something. They just, well, not off market, off this indicator. It's on market, but all of a sudden the price will just be steady. So here's what you can do with some of these. This is a coin index indicator, and as you can see how it drops and things, and around over here. And this is across 7 days, so you can make, oh, look at what it's doing in a whole week. It went in the middle of the week, wham. So you can kind of get a feel if you're buying and selling. You can buy low and sell high, or sell high and buy low, or whatever. and 3-month spread, and you can see it's overall, you can get trending aspects of stuff. This is a actual market exchange, and you can see these, I think they're called candles, and when there's a green candle, then there's a red candle, and if you have a lot of candles, you have too many melted birthday cake wax. But if it's green, it's going up. So from down to up, low to high, it went up this much. Over here, it went down that much. And these give just another graphic or visual to it. And down lower, you'll have buy and sell. So if you look at the buy, these people want to buy, and these people want to sell. And this is the amount they want to sell, and this is how many ODUWA coin in this case they want to sell, how much that amount would cost in Bitcoin, because this is a pairing of Bitcoin ODUWA coin, and this is the seller's asking price. So you have the lowest price, or actually for the sellers, I guess it's the highest price. Yeah. So, and over here it's same, except they want to buy. So this is what they're selling at, and this is what they're buying it at. So this guy will buy almost 10 coins, and if you count it's hard to see. 1, 2, 3, 4. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 aught 800. So 5 zeros, 5 aught 8. And over here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 aught 6, almost 7. So you got a difference of 7 to 8. So this guy will buy at 8, and this one will sell at this price. And this is how much. So once these are, this is like the selling, this is like the garage sale, and they're trying to entice buyers with the lowest bid. I can buy this much for this budget. It's like the garage sale. And over here, they're looking at the garage sale going, I don't want to buy it. It's too expensive. It's just a little pick of thing in here. And over here, anyways, blah, blah. But if you look at this one, that's where it freezes at. I mean, the last person to buy, right, that'll show the price. So it's like 5 aught 8, and that's in Bitcoin. So if you take the amount of Bitcoin and you times it by that, you'll see how much dollars that is. That's not much. That's like in the I guess like in the 10-cent range. So the difference between here and there is like about a penny or so. This is kind of bickering over little bitties. World Coin Index, another index, showing a ODUWA coin at 67 cents. I think I'll get shorter on this. Run through a little faster. But here it is coming over here, and then the price went dropping. Now if you look at down here, there's this. That's the volume. The volume is the number of transactions. So how many bought and sold. So there's not so much here because it's not, and I think it might have been offline here. But right here, all of a sudden there's a bunch of transactions, just a junk load. And then I think it's probably the big dump of the pirate coins. And then, little transactions, and it starts to get a healthy price. So it gives you a date here. ODUWA in early 1999, or no, 29. What the heck is that date? 2019. Oh my gosh, we're still in the future. Okay, 66 cents. I guess this is just explaining. See if you hover over there with the cursor on it, it'll pop up. It'll 66 cents, the date, and how much of that is in the volume. Oh boy. And they were all looking for back when the Bitcoin halving, because when Bitcoin halves, things happen. And a small explanation about that. Coins, crypto coins, are mined on other computers, distributed all over the world. Anyone can participate. You buy a big rig for Bitcoin mining, and you can start mining Bitcoins. It creates the next blockchain block, and it solves stuff. It's quote produces quote work, but it's kind of more of a computer and a theoretical work. And so the miners creating the next block are rewarded for their efforts and energy, electricity, right? They're rewarded a little bit of Bitcoin. So miners get big rigs, mine a bunch of Bitcoin, and they're starting to rake in a little change, and it starts to accumulate. Then it got so profitable, they're just making outrageously amount of, it's like someone will set up a warehouse and go to town and go to Finland because it's cooler and you don't have to spend. And anyways, they're just mining Bitcoin. Now, when the Bitcoin halves, it's kind of like we think of stocks. When stocks have it. No, it's actually that's a bad metaphor. Well, the halving is it gets to a certain point where only so many Bitcoins are going to be made. 21 million. That's the limit. The same with the ODUWA coin. It's following that pattern. Only 21 million coins ever. So as it goes along, the mining of the coins, they will cut in half the reward to the miner. Now it seems counterintuitive that you're paying them half as much, but it drops the amount of Bitcoin being produced on the blockchain. And when that happens, less of something produces a want of something, so the price, so it's supply and demand stuff. Now, when mid-May 2020, Bitcoin was going through a halving. Now, this recording, it's actually early June. So the Bitcoin halving already happened. So now, does the price rocket up? That's the other big thing. Supply goes down, demand goes up, people start to buy, and then FOMO, fear of missing out. Then everybody wants to buy, and then pa-ching, pa-ching, the Bitcoin price goes up. So is there going to be a huge bear run because of expectations and people buy and sell out of their feelings, confidence in the market? They trust it or they don't. They want to make money, but it's like, however scientific and analytical it goes, they're in it with the emotion. So, is Bitcoin halving going to go up? Well, right now, it's about, let me see if I can get this really fast. On my block folio, if I look at it, this is on my phone, so I can't really display this, but this is current as of June 10th. Bitcoin is $9,886.77 per coin. So it is going up, but it's meeting the resistance at $10,000. But when this happens, the other coins start to feel it, and we'll have something like, I don't know anything about crypto updates on this, I'm sure, and I'll tell you more how ODUWA coin is doing. You can check them out, ODUWA coin. Just look them up, it's easy. ODUWA coin, and see them, and I'll probably post links and stuff later. Anyways, that's the first episode, part 1 of this thing. Hang loose, mongoose.